Hello, 6th grade. It's time for the project you've all been waiting for since 5th grade, the candy shoe. So, first things first, you're going to pick a shoe, and you're going to pick a candy. So, I have, for you, printed out, guys, already. Now, I know usually if I were there, you could just tell me what candy you wanted and I could print a picture, but I'm not there, so I've pre-printed what you can choose from. Every person in the class has to do a different candy, okay? So, there's these guys. Find yours, cut it out. It can be cut sloppy at first. You're gonna cut it out nice, like for this. You can cut it out like sloppy. Don't cut into other stuff. But say you want to do like blow pop. I printed a bunch of different ones, so you can do, like, you and a friend can do like a different color scheme but do the same blow pop. You know what I mean? Same thing with like M&Ms. Like I have a bunch of M&Ms. I have a bunch of different Skittles. So you can like do Skittles but do like a different flavor of Skittles. So what I'm going to show you is, what should I do? You know what? We'll do a Reese. Sure. So these are my two examples. I did the Push Pop and Smarties. Smarties are my favorite candy, so these are by far my favorite. But once you have chosen your candy, you are going to choose a shoe. I have many different shoes you can choose from, right? Crocs, flip-flops, Vans, you know. Take your pick, you know. You got it. I think for these, I haven't done any Converse yet. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do these guys. So, you are going to take inspiration from your candy. So, color scheme, texture, stuff like that. So, like if I did a Reese, like this, like zigzag rigid edge, like that's at the top of the Reese, I'm gonna include that in my design, right? And like the colors and whatnot. So, you want to also include the name of your candy. So like in this guy, I have Smarties right here. In this guy, I put Push Pop and the Nike symbol. So you have to include the name of your candy. So you just start designing. You're going to do everything in pencil first, because when we don't use the pencil first and we mess up, we can't erase it. So pencil first. So if I'm doing a Reese design, so let's say I want to put Reese on the tongue here of my shoe. So I'm going to just sketch that out like super quick. I want to make sure it's going to fit, and then I will refine it more. So that's how Reese's is going to fit. We'll put it on this one as well. Okay. So once I've written it out, I'm going to try and duplicate the font as best I can. So there's like what I'm looking at, if you guys can see that. So there's what I'm trying to replicate, right? And it's okay if you make a mistake. I have a million of these, so, and I have some for the sub that they can print out if you know, if we run out, but we shouldn't run out because, you know, whatever. All right, for time's sake, we're going to pretend like I have this all done, even though I don't, because I take forever to do everything. So now it's color time. So for this project, you're going to be using mostly colored pencils, but you can add a little bit of marker in there, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So if you do decide to use markers, you're still going to have to color over them using a colored pencil, and I'm going to show you how. Like, let me get my examples here. So for this for example, I used markers first, and then I colored over it with a colored pencil to get rid of all the marker lines. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you get all those marker lines. But like in here, I just like shaded using colored pencil, right? So, and like the Smarty shoes, this is all, since I needed it super light, I just used colored pencil, and I used colored pencil only in the laces, and then down here I did marker and colored pencil on top. So if we're doing that, here's how you go about it. You guys get to use the handy dandy wonderful Prismacolor pencils. They're brand new. You're welcome, because they're the best. Okay, so when we're coloring this, now remember we're using the color scheme from our reference image, so we're Reese, which is orange. Now we're pretending, right, that this is all done. Like, I wrote this all and it's beautiful in the correct font, whatever. Okay. Once you go over it with a marker, you are going to wait for it to dry for a minute, because if you don't, then your paper will rip. But then you are going to go over it with a colored pencil. So this just gets rid of all those yucky marker lines. It just makes it look more put together and refined. I promise I'm not just making you do more work because I'm evil. Promise. Okay, so that's that. Once you're done coloring, you're going to cut this guy out, and you are going to choose a background color for your paper, for your background. Just choose a color that goes with like the color scheme. But like if I'm doing Reese's and like the majority of this is orange, like for my shoes, don't choose an orange background. That's just gonna be ugly. Like, do like brown or black or, you know, yellow, something that's not gonna look like trash. Glue that on with a glue stick, and you're going to cut out your candy and glue it somewhere, you know, in the vicinity, like not over top of your shoe, just like off to the side somewhere. All right, hope you guys have fun. Be creative. Love you, bye.